Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. You guys may have seen articles in the past such as redrafting the 2017 NBA draft, redrafting the 2018 NFL draft, where they redraft the players based on what we know about them, what we've seen. Did the teams get their picks right? I thought about what if we redrafted an entire decade of players. So, in this video, I'm going to look at all the players who were eligible to be drafted during the 1980s, so 1980 until 1989 in the NBA, and put them all together for a redraft. It'll be a 2 round, 60 player draft, just like the real NBA draft is 2 rounds. But for this, I'll only talk about the first round and then quickly mention the guys in the second round. So the draft, now the NBA is 30 teams. So each round will consist of 30 players. Of course, all the players drafted in the 80s, their careers are over. So let's get into it. Let's do a 2 round redraft of players eligible to be drafted in the decade of the 1980s. And we're starting with an obvious one. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, first selection. In real life, was taken 3rd overall in 1984. Didn't take the ESPN's The Last Dance documentary to come to the conclusion that Jordan comes first here. Known by many to be the greatest to ever play the game. His list of accomplishments include 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 MVP trophies, 10 scoring titles, a defensive player of the year, 14 all-star nods, and 32,292 career points. The second pick, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, was the first pick in 1984. 12-time All-Star. Olajuwon was the driving force on the Rockets as they won back-to-back titles in the 93-94 and 94-95 seasons. Named the league's MVP in his first championship year. He is the league's all-time leader in blocks with 3,830. The third pick, the mailman, Karl Malone, was taken 13th overall in 1985. 2-time MVP. Malone sits only behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time list with 36,928 points. He averaged at least 25.2 points and 9.8 rebounds for 11 straight seasons from 1987-88 to 97-98. The fourth pick is Sir Charles. Charles Barkley was taken 5th overall in 1984. One of the best rebounders despite his 6'6" size. Barkley was named the MVP of the 1992-93 season. The 11-time All-Star is 27th in league history with 23,757 points, 20th with 12,546 rebounds, and 27th with 1,648 steals. Fifth pick is the Admiral. David Robinson was taken 1st overall in 1987. Robinson spent his whole 14-year career at the Spurs, won 2 championships, was named MVP in 94-95 and Defensive Player of the Year in 91-92. He was the scoring champion in 93-94 and led the league in rebounds and blocks once apiece. The 6th pick is Isaiah Thomas, was taken 2nd overall in 1981, back-to-back champion with the Pistons. Thomas was named an All-Star in each of his first 12 seasons. His stellar averages over the course of his 13-year career were 19.2 points, 9.3 assists, and 1.9 steals. 7th overall, we are taking John Stockton, was the 16th overall pick in 1984. In his 19 years, all spent with the Jazz, Stockton compiled more total assists and steals than anyone in league history, with 15,806 and 3,265 respectively. He led the league in assists for 9 straight seasons from 1987-88 to 95-96. The 8th pick, Patrick Ewing, the 1st overall pick in 1985. In his 17 NBA seasons, Ewing made 11 All-Star teams, was a 7-time All-NBA representative, and a 3-time All-Defensive member. He is 7th on the all-time blocks list with 2,894, 24th with 24,815 points and 25th with 11,607 rebounds. The ninth pick is Scottie Pippen, was taken 5th overall in 1987. Six-time champion with the Bulls, Pippen was an all-defensive first-team member 8 times. He had 5 top 10 MVP finishes, and his 2,307 steals place him 7th on the all-time list. To round out the top 10, Kevin McHale was taken 3rd overall in 1980. McHale was an all-star in 7 of his 13 seasons, all spent with the Celtics, and twice was named Sixth Man of the Year. He shot 55.4% from the field for his career, twice leading the league in field goal percentage, and won 3 NBA titles. 11th, the Glide, Clyde Drexler, taken 14th overall in 1983. 10-time All-Star, Drexler wasn't just a scorer. He averaged 20.4 points for his career, as his all-around game also included averages of 6.1 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 2 steals. 12th overall is the Human Highlight Film, Dominique Wilkins, taken 3rd overall in 1982. Human Highlight Film was a fitting nickname for Wilkins, whose 30.6 scoring average in 1985-86 led the league. That year was the second of 10 straight seasons in which he averaged at least 26 points per contest. 13th, we got Reggie Miller, taken 11th overall in 1987. One of the great sharpshooters of all time, Miller is 3rd all-time with his 2,560 made three-pointers and led the league in free throw percentage 5 times. 5-time All-Stars, also well known for his playoff exploits where he hit countless clutch shots. 14th, James Worthy, taken 1st overall in 1982, playing 12 seasons in the NBA, all with the Lakers. Worthy won 3 championships and was named Finals MVP in 1988. He was named to 7 straight All-Star teams from 85-86 to 91-92. 15, the Worm, Dennis Rodman, taken 27th overall in 1986. One of the greatest rebounders to ever play the game. Rodman led the league in that category for 7 straight seasons from 91-92 to 97-98. He won 5 NBA titles, 2 with the Pistons, 3 with the Bulls, and was twice named Defensive Player of the Year. 16th, Chris Mullin, taken 7th overall in 1985. Member of the original Dream Team, Mullin was named to 5 straight All-Star teams spanning from 88-89 to 92-93. During that excellent 5-year run, he averaged 25.8 points, 5.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.9 steals. 17th, Joe Dumars, taken 18th overall in 1985. In his 14 NBA seasons, all with the Pistons, Dumars was named an All-Star 6 times, made 5 All-Defensive teams, and won 2 championships, one where he was named Finals MVP. He had 3 seasons in which he averaged over 20 points, along with 3 of more than 5 assists. 18th, Kevin Johnson, taken 7th overall in 1987. The 88-89 Most Improved Player, Johnson was named to 5 All-NBA teams in his 12 seasons. He averaged double-figure assist totals 4 straight years, from 88-89 to 91-92, while averaging 21.2 points over that time. 19th, we got Shawn Kemp, taken 17th overall in 1989. While he flamed out later in his career due to weight issues, Kemp was an athletic specimen during his prime. He helped guide the Supersonics to the NBA Finals in the 95-96 season and averaged 18.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, and 1.4 steals from 91-92 to 98-99. 20th, Mitch Richmond, taken 5th overall in 1988. In each of his first 10 seasons, Richmond averaged more than 20 points an outing, also averaged 19.7 in his 11th season. 5-time All-NBA member, was the 1988-89 Rookie of the Year. 21st, Tim Hardaway, taken 14th overall in 1989. Hardaway was known as one of the game's best point guards during his tenure, as he made 5 All-Star appearances and was named the 5 All-NBA teams. From 90-91 to 98-99, he did miss the 93-94 season due to injury. He averaged 20.1 points, 9.0 assists, and 1.8 steals. 22nd, we got Mark Jackson, taken 18th overall in 1987. Named Rookie of the Year in 87-88. Jackson's 11.4 assist average led the league in 96-97. Altogether, he dished out 10,334 assists, which is good for 5th on the all-time list. 23rd, Larry Nance, taken 20th overall in 1981. A three-time All-Star, Nance was a productive player who averaged at least 16.3 points and 8 rebounds for 11 straight seasons from 82-83 to 92-93. He was named to 3 All-Defensive teams and blocked 2,027 shots, good for 19th all-time. 24th, Mark Aguirre, first overall pick in 1981, a career 20-point-per-game scorer. Aguirre was named to 3 All-Star games while with the Mavericks. He later helped lead the Pistons to back-to-back championships in the 88-89 and 89-90 seasons. 25th, Detlef Schrempf, taken 8th overall in 1985. Schrempf was named to 3 All-Star teams and twice was named 6th Man of the Year. He would go on to average at least 15 points per contest for 10 straight seasons from 89-90 to 98-99. 26th, Glenn Rice, 4th overall pick in 1989. Rice would average more than 20 points 6 times in his career with a career best 26.8 coming in 96-97. He was also a starting forward on the Lakers championship team in the 2000-2001 season. 27th, Tom Chambers, 8th overall pick in 1981. There are just 48 players who have reached the 20,000-point threshold in the NBA, and Chambers is one, having scored 20,049. He also grabbed more than 6 rebounds per game in each of his first 10 seasons. 28th, Buck Williams, 3rd overall pick in 1981. The 81-82 Rookie of the Year. Williams was a 3-time All-Star and made 4 All-Defensive teams. He twice led the league in field goal percentage and is 16th in league history with 13,017 rebounds. 29th, Mark Price, taken 25th overall in 1986. An elite shooter from the point guard position. Price is the 3rd most accurate free throw shooter of all time at 90.4%. Also made over 40% of his three-point tries. He could dish the ball just as well, averaging at least 7 assists every season from 88-89 to 94-95. And to round out the first round, 30th, Otis Thorpe was taken 9th overall in 1984. Posting 5 seasons with double-digit rebounding averages, Thorpe secured 10,370 rebounds in his career. He was a starting forward on the 93-94 Rockets, a team that won the championship. So there we have it, the first round of an all 9 players eligible to be drafted in the 1980s redraft. It did a second round from 31 to 60. I'll name them quickly in order. Terry Cummings, Horace Grant, Brad Daugherty, Terry Porter, Kevin Willis, Jeff Hornacek, Kiki Vandeweghe, Alvin Robertson, Vlade Divac, Fat Lever, Mookie Blaylock, Dan Marley, Rolando Blackman, Charles Oakley, Rod Strickland, Jeff Malone, Sam Perkins, Anthony Mason, Derek Harper, Mark Eaton, Ron Harper, Byron Scott, Hersey Hawkins, A.C. Green, Dale Ellis, Rick Smits, Clifford Robinson, Ricky Pierce, Danny Manning, and Eddie Johnson. Apologies to players such as Danny Ainge, Arvydas Sabonis, Reggie Lewis, Joe Barry Carroll, Michael Cage, Kelly Tripucka, Sean Elliott, John Starks, Hot Rod Williams, Avery Johnson, John Paxson, Andrew Toney, Ralph Sampson, Nick Anderson, Mike Jaminski, Ronnie Cycli, Armin Gilliam, Wayman Tisdale, Orlando Woolridge, Doc Rivers, Grant Long, Derek McKee, Kenny Smith, Thurl Bailey, Muggsy Bogues, John Sally, Paul Pressey, Xavier McDaniel, Johnny Newman, Sleepy Floyd, Jeff Rulin, Jerome Kersey, Nate McMillan, Dana Barros, Rodney McCrary, and Chuck Person. We'll say they're all undrafted free agents. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this? I'm thinking about doing one for the all 1990s. Players eligible to be drafted in the 1990s. I could also do this for the NFL and perhaps the MLB as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. The 90s was really when I started watching the NBA, and a lot of these players drafted in the 80s, of course, were in their prime in the 90s. A lot of people consider the 90s to be their favorite era of basketball. So I thought this was a fun thing to do, and I did have fun doing it. But let me know in the comments what you think. Would you like me to do other ones? But Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all of my new subscribers. Appreciate the support. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.